What started on a rainy February night in Sanford in 2012 came to a conclusion late Saturday when the jury in the trial of George Zimmerman found the former neighborhood watch commander not guilty in the death of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin.
In the Circuit Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit in and for Seminole County, Florida, State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict: we, the jury, find George Zimmerman not guilty.
They found him not guilty!
But it took 2 days and more than 15 hours of deliberations before the jury would reach that verdict. And in that time, hundreds of demonstrators outside the Seminole County Courthouse and millions around the world stood by, waiting to learn what would become of George Zimmerman. When Circuit Judge Deborah Nelson handed the case over to the all-female jury,
please take your notes with you and follow Deputy Jarvis back into the jury.
Almost immediately, demonstrators began trickling into the free speech zone set up steps away from the courthouse entrance. Others gathered in Goldsboro, Sanford's historic black community.
I want my voice to be heard. And if I'm sitting at home watching television, my voice will not be heard.
Well, see, I have 3 kids, and I can understand the Martin's pain.
But not everyone on hand was in hopes for a guilty verdict. A handful of demonstrators were there to show support for Zimmerman.
George needs support because he don't have very many supporters.
By 6 p.m., nothing, and the jury recessed until morning. Demonstrators began arriving as early as 6 a.m. for when the jury would reconvene at 9.
We think today is going to be the day. He acted in self-defense. The evidence proves that beyond a reasonable doubt.
Well, hopefully by the grace of God that justice do get done and that the verdict be the right verdict.
J-U-S, K-U-S-T-I-C-E, the verdict we want is nothing less than guilty.
While mostly peaceful throughout the day, tempers flared by the afternoon when a shouting match erupted.
He's a murderer! He's a murderer!
Please stop it. I don't want to see no more death. I don't want to see no more fight. I love people. Human beings are what we're supposed to be out here.
Soon night fell, and still no verdict.
Justice for Trayvon! Justice for Trayvon! Justice!
At around 10 p.m., the verdict was in. Not guilty.
That's not right. That's not how this world is supposed to be.
So somebody may kill him. I don't know. He may lose his mind. I'm not saying. But you don't do people any kind of way and think you're going to get away with it. You will not get away.
They made the law, stand your ground, self-defense, and they got this one right, but there are no winners. We all got to pray for Florida.
I hope he burn him in hell.
The death of Trayvon Martin sparked a national conversation on race and guns in America. The acquittal of George Zimmerman will not end that debate, and Central Florida is forever changed because of a rainy night in February 2012.